Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Belly Up ERSCA Belly Up Sports Series. Here with the Charigatin 170 from Richmond Motor Speedway. Dom Santina alongside David Westergreen, who will join us here in a second, and Carlos Acosta, of course, with 3 Wide TV producing our broadcast here tonight. Charigatin 170 here from Richmond. We're getting ready to start qualifying right now, single car qualifying on the track. And we are watching a few cars come make their way out, and we'll show them to you as they come out onto the track. It looks like Aaron Smith getting ready to come make his qualifying lap here in the 70 car. Jared Campbell also. There he is. Hi, David. How you doing tonight?
Doing all right, guys. Excited for this race at Richmond. I do believe this is qualifying for the group that's not eligible to make it, although this might be full qualifying. No, Gerald went, so yeah. Full qualifying, but only the top 43 are going to make it into tonight's feature. I believe the top 35 are locked in on points. So we actually have all of our qualifying in front of us here tonight. And here's take a quick look at the point standings with Kwame Scott, the current points leader. And yeah, the bottom 35 there showing guys who are at risk of going home tonight if they don't make the field. I believe we had... We have around 40 cars here tonight at Richmond. Short track, 7.75 miles with the banking that has is pretty flat. So guys like this guy right here, Cameron Rich, going to be floating the car off into the corner and really driving it off. He's going to be one to watch for today, as well as this guy, Tate Lytle. Both of them are probably two of your favorites.
I was watching there just for a few minutes before I got in here during the practice session. Looks like this track might be a little tough to handle. A couple of guys having trouble in the middle of the corner, accidenting a little bit or entering the corner, and the car kind of washing out on him right there as I say it. There goes the 46 through the infield.
It has everything to do with the way this high horsepower COT car reacts getting off of the corners. What you're going to see is these guys, I think, having trouble getting the power down, whether that be in the middle of the corner or off. They're definitely used to Xfinity cars or, another car on this service that doesn't have 800, 900 horsepower. And these things are definitely one you got to coast through the center of the corner, maybe a lot more than you think you're going to have to. We'll watch points leader Kwame Scott's run here. He didn't get onto the throttle until that car was almost straight. He'll come across the line and slide it in there. I think he's 9th on the board.
Gary and Turner almost just looped it out coming out of the corner as well. I saw Hanshaw was the one that went for a ride through the infield a few minutes ago.
I'd look for this 18 car, James Heater. He might be one to watch for the pole.
Aaron Smith, we've seen on the screen, he's had his hands full with this 70 car as well tonight.
Looks like Aaron Smith got into the wall. Here's Heater off of 4. Don't think that's going to be a pole run for Heater. He'll be in the top 10, though. It's like 8th quick. Saw him just in front of Johnny Thomas and last week's winner, Hank Steinmiller. Here's Josh Robin in the 8 car. Robin's outside the top 35 in points. He is one of those guys who has had just miserable luck to start the season. Started on pole at Daytona, I believe, and wound up wrecking in that race, and it hasn't gotten much better from there. Matthew Weeks went to 4th on the board, and he had said in our last lobby that he was ready to go get wrecked in this one as well, so... Let's see how many more guys there are to run. It's like 5 drivers didn't complete a lap. 11 drivers will go to this heat race. Only 8 are here, so that means only 40 cars have entered. Everyone will make the race. And this heat race is more of a formality at this point than a true heat race. It's in order to get the right drivers into the lobby if more than 43 were to show up. So we'll take this opportunity to make our picks for today and go over the starting order. Starting order will have to wait though because this is the heat race, which Johnny just told us not to cover. So either way, interview. I could interview somebody. Want to pull in the pole sitter Cameron Rich, who is Carlos's inevitable pick.
Sounds good.
All right, let's bring him into the booth here. Pole sitter Cameron Rich, you got a copy, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Cameron, you get starting first, man. You gonna stay there all night?
Man, I hope so, but I'm gonna go ahead and see how well this heat race is gonna be here. It's gonna be a barn burner, I think.
You worried about anything? Any other drivers in particular you're keeping an eye on?
Oh, that guy next to me on the 51 probably ain't too happy with me all the time, so we'll see. But, you know, 2 Virginia guys probably gonna not be too happy with each other anyway.
All right, well, good luck tonight, Cameron, and congrats on the pole.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can keep doing that. Let's see. Who you want, Dom? You can talk to somebody. Ooh, Johnny Thomas. Yeah, that would work. All right, starting 9th here. Johnny Thomas. David in the booth. You got me?
Hey, David, what's happening?
It looks like you're starting 9th, man. You got something for him today?
Oh, I don't know about that, but this is my best qualifying run of the year. It's good to start the race off solid. And we've been battling back here in the 20th and 30th, and it's tough. Everybody's really close, so it's hard to pass. But being up here might be a little bit better.
You got anybody out here you're watching out for today? Trying to short track, maybe looking to administer some justice somewhere?
The 2 guys, first and second, they got a little bit of a history, Cameron and Scott. Other than that, we haven't really developed any rivals yet this year, so I'm sure we'll start tonight. Everybody's been fighting the race car for these first 5 weeks, so it's good to start fighting other guys. I don't have any rivals yet. But I try not to do that here.
Yeah, get in there and make somebody mad at you, and then tell you that you can tell them that you own the league. It'll be great.
I try not to do that, but it should be fun tonight. The cars are handling pretty good. They're a little bit loose off, but other than that, we're pretty good.
Sounds good, Johnny. Well, good luck tonight, man. Starting in 9th. We'll be watching you.
Take care, guys. I hope to be up there soon, but I'm not doing too bad in points.
Sounds good, buddy. Good luck tonight.
Yep.
Johnny Thomas. All right. Heat race is over. Let's make our picks here as we start to get the starting lineup ready. Dom, who you got tonight?
All right, I'm going to start to go with the Carlos effect. I think I've picked him either 2 weeks ago or maybe last week somewhere. Anyway, he's continued to qualify up front. I'm going with Andy Trupiano.
I want to say you had Trupiano at Sonoma. All right, I'm going to go not someone who didn't qualify good. Qualified 18th, but he's last year's champion, and I'm waiting for him to break out and win a race, Ryan Lutz.
I think I'll go with a very risky choice. I'm going to go with Cameron Rich in his home track.
I had to avoid it, man. I think Cameron Rich is the pick, but got to give Carlos Cameron Rich at Richmond, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it would just be mean, Yeah, he always takes him, so.
We'll take him at some point here. One of us will grab him, and then Carlos will have to think about it. But here's the starting lineup. We've addressed Rich on pole, Scott Crump second, and they have a little history. Trupiano and Rich do too, though that one might be a little buried. Matthew Weeks starting in 4th, Worrell 5th, James Holzer 6th. Tate Lytle 7th, James Heater 8th, Johnny Thomas in 9th, and last week's winner Hank Steinmiller rounds out the top 10. Points leader Kwame Scott is 11th. Let's take a look through kind of the rest of the order, hit some highlights. Last year's champ, my pick, Ryan Lutz, starting 18th. Ethan Burrell back in 20th. Nick Indelicato back in 21st. And after that late set of incidents last week, Indelicato lost his chance at the points lead. And now he'll be starting way in the back. All the way back, Matthew Bayuk, Indelicato's teammate. We got my hand, his other teammate back here, Josh Robin, Josh Adams, a couple of guys who've had horrible luck to start the year. And rounding it off with Harry Talon, Jared Mogart, the Daytona winner, and Chad Bear. And I don't know if Bear actually gridded, so he may be one of those guys who just hopped in to get some points. 2 laps to green. Here we go. 170 laps at Richmond. Tonight, these guys have 6 tire sets, including the one on the car, so they'll be able to change tires 5 more times. Cameron Rich, the pole sitter, he'll lead him to green.
We are underway here from Richmond for the Charigatin 170. Rich with a great start there, and he'll pull a comfortable lead into turn 1 and 2.
Damian Leininger about got into Kwame Scott there entering turn 1. That was a really close call back there for about 10th. Everyone first to 8th, single file. Hank Steinmiller, Johnny Thomas battling for 9th.
I know it's early, but a good starting spot here for Scott Crump, who's needed a good run here in this season. We'll see if he can stick up here with Cameron Rich and hold that 51 car up front as he slots into that second spot right behind Rich and right in front of Trupiano.
A few weeks, exact same story. That 11 car has been rather unlucky this season, gotten into several wrecks, seemed to have one of the best cars at Daytona. Wasn't able to capitalize there and has since just had a bit of a struggle of things. So looking for Crump and Weeks to have really good runs tonight. They've certainly set themselves up well with good qualifying runs. Outside lanes working in the back of the field. Gerald Campbell just went around Johnny Thomas, and there's a big hornet's nest of cars right here around the points leader, Kwame Scott.
There's one guy to the outside of him that had got a little loose in qualifying, had trouble controlling that 03 car. Dylan Thomas is the outside of your points leader right now. Hopefully he can control that car. Might be a little nervous here for Kwame Scott early.
Ethan Burrell back here, Ryan Lutz back here. A lot of heavy hitters in this pack, including Scott. Jared Rexing, who was up there in points early in the season. He has since kind of fallen back a little bit. But that 11th in 11th and the next quick number 07, he's trying to jump into the top 10 early.
Rawls to the outside of Scott this time. He's kind of stuck on that bottom line. Don't know if he's being held up a little bit by Johnny Thomas or if he just can't get moving forward or has the speed right now in that 99 car.
I think these guys up top, Rawls, Thomas, Campbell, they're really using up their stuff. They're expecting a caution quick, trying to get as much track position as possible. Johnny, Kwame, Damian Leininger, they're trying to save their stuff down on the bottom. Just go ahead and, roll it into the corner, not really trying to get that car loose, exiting, wearing that right rear. And these guys are the types of guys who might come back later in the run if we should go green. But that's a pretty big if, I think. This track definitely races like a short track, and with these cars with the high horsepower, I think we're bound to see a caution or 2 or maybe 10.
Steinmiller is just a couple cars up ahead, going to take a peek underneath Holzer for a position.
Steinmiller, won at Auto Club last week, which is a very different configuration track than this one, but Hank's showing that top 10 pace, and he's 5th in points now. Little loose off of 2 there, but he's definitely underneath James Heater right here. I'm wondering if Hank can maybe, we asked him last week if he could make a run for the championship, and he just wants to go in every week and perform as well as he can. Sometimes that's a race win, like at Auto Club, and sometimes here it's maybe a top 10 run. Holds off Rexing for now, as this top 10 still single file. Not a whole lot of pressure being applied all the way back to This battle right here for 10th. Lead has pretty much stayed exactly the same for the last 6 or so laps. Crump has reeled Rich in and gotten to the back bumper, but has not been able to make a move. Same for Weeks on Trupiano. Does lead me to believe that the leader and the third place car are just trying to save their stuff at the moment, not really pushing it. Crump might also be saving his stuff, but he tends to enter a lot higher into these corners, and I think that might wear on the right front just a little bit more than Cameron Rich. He seems to be rolling the bottom very well. Here comes Crump. He's going to go for it here.
To the inside, can he make the move? He's not going to be able to clear him. Rich going to get the run through the middle of the corner.
Yep, and good defense there by Cameron Rich. To be expected from the pole sitter and one of the faster cars and one of the, definitely one of the championship contenders this season. Scott Crump, though, wants that lead. That reels Trupiano to the back bumper of Scott Crump. And Matthew Weeks is following right in Trupiano's tire tracks. And now here comes Weeks to the bottom. Looks to me like the bottom is the place you want to run if you want to save your tire. The top is the place you want to run if you want to pass.
While that's all been going on, James Holzer's trying to start to sneak into the picture here. Make it a 5-car group up front.
Holzer's been rather inconsistent this season. He's either seemingly won the race, which he did at Rockingham, or he's wrecked out spectacularly. Tonight running 5th, having a good run. Chris Burrell seems to be holding up Tate Lytle a little bit. That's off the back of this group. Burrell actually qualified well this week. He's coming up from the back of the field in that 06 car. And Tate's definitely saving his stuff right here. I mean, this is just what Tate Lytle does. He just rides. This race is far from over. We're only a 10th of the way through it right here. Tate Lytle knows that. He's not putting any pressure on. He's not overdriving the car. He's just waiting and relaxing. Before you know it, Tate will be up there in the top 5. I said it last week. I'll say it again.
I don't know, David, has this start kind of surprised you a little bit? I thought guys might be a little bit more aggressive off the start. It seems like everybody's kind of settled in here and trying to get some laps underneath them before we get after it a little bit.
Battle here for Ethan Burrell sideways. I think Isabella might have caught him in the rear. Couldn't tell if there was any contact there. Vincent driving pretty hard coming from the back. But Burrell and Isabella, it looks like Isabella will clear Ethan Burrell. And yeah, I don't think so. There was an update to the penalty system this week. A little bit stricter penalties. Instead of getting a warning for your first incident cause, you lose 5 points if you get an incident now, and then you get a warning on top of that. So the penalty system going a little bit harder right here. I think that's putting some guys in some interesting positions where they're valuing the penalty points before they're valuing the position on track, and that's good. That's definitely created a green flag run to start. But once we get down to crunch time and these guys got to go, they're going to start putting the bumper to each other, and then we'll dole out some penalty points. Ryan Lutz here. He is up to 15th. Kwame Scott back to 16th, and the caution comes out here on lap number 20. Just as we were talking about it, looks like Richard Hines and oh my goodness, Josh Adams has had the worst start to a season I have ever seen. And it continues. Wrong place, wrong time yet again. Although this time he might have gotten in the wall and into Robert Hill. And Richard Hines just barely gives him a bump. But yeah, so this one, Josh Adams a little more at fault than some of those other ones, but he still had just atrocious luck to start this season. Rich down pit road, Crump stays out. And a very split strategy. Cameron Rich drives to pit road, and a lot of cars are staying out.
Weeks came down too, and it looks like maybe Tate Lytle as well.
Yep. And staying out will be Crump, Trupiano, James Holzer, Chris Worrell, Hank Steinmiller, and James Heater, Dylan Thomas, Damian Leininger, Vincent Isabella. I think that'll be your top 10 right there.
All right, so we saw last week, new tires really didn't make that much of a significant advantage for drivers. We'll see how much it plays off here early in this one.
Well, last week we saw cautions after 10 laps, and I doubt that the guys like Cameron Rich here are going to be able to pick their way through before that next caution hits, and then that's when Scott Crump, Andy Trupiano, they'll come down if there's another 20-lap run, and so now it's just putting everybody off sequence with the leaders. It also puts Cameron Rich in harm's way right here, which, you know, given the way this series has been over the year, I wouldn't necessarily want to be anywhere but the lead if I can manage it. So with all these guys staying out, I'm sure they're waiting for about a 10-lap, 15-lap run, then another caution. Then they'll come get their tires, and then everyone else will stay out, and it'll just throw everything out of sequence. And you love to see that if you're, you know, somebody like Damian Leininger, who's had a bit of a rough start to the season, but maybe he'll get some time here to run in the top 10 and see what he can do. And that's not a jinx, because one of the things he could do is wreck. Trump was going after the lead really hard. I'm wondering if he was really interested in getting those the bonus points for leading a lap. And you know, now that he's stayed out and gotten those, even if the caution were to come out in like 1 or 2 laps, if Crump wouldn't go ahead and go in and get his tires after that. Doubling up here. Joseph Causey's in the top 10 as well. Looks like Cameron Rich will restart in 13th. So 12 cars staying out completely, including Ethan Burrell, though Ethan did come down pit road, and I don't believe he stopped in his pit stop.
All right, green flag back in the air. We're underway once again. Carlos telling us Burrell did miss his pit stall there, so mistake on Ethan's part.
Here comes Trupiano back to the outside. Didn't get the best start, but he's going for the lead here. At least going for second. Holzer and Trupiano side by side behind Crump. Then Hank and Worrell for fourth right behind them.
Trupiano to the outside. Here comes Holzer to the inside.
3 wide for the lead. 3 wide for the lead.
Trupiano backs out of it.
Holzer, the aggression, but Crump with the preferred lane on defense. He'll try to hold him off. Holzer with the biggest advantage we've seen out of the bottom lane car, and they're 2x2 all the way back here.
Burrell going to get the big advantage here off the restart. He's going to get underneath Trupiano for third.
Tire update. The best one right now is Matthew Weeks in 12. The caution waves. Caution waves. 1 lap in. That was at the back of the field. Looks like Josh Adams once again. That car now crab walking. Don't think it was doing that before. See what happened there. Oh man, Robin turned Goodman down into Adams. Adams hits the inside wall and goes upside down. Well, all right then. This wall seems to launch the car back out into traffic. Boom. And it sends Josh Adams completely upside down and all over the place. Goodman involved, Robin involved. Robin's poor start to the season continues as well. I think Goodman might have gotten the wall a little bit, kind of like Adams did down the front straightaway. Did Robert Hill miss this wreck? I think Robert Hill just completely missed this wreck. Might need to go on board with the 05 car. Watching it unfold right in front of him. Maybe a little damage on the left front there, but that was certainly a sight to behold there for Robert Hill. And he already had some damage from the last wreck, so Adams and Hill involved in both early on. Richard Hines getting a lap back here. Second caution of the day, lap 30.
I think that might signify the end of the night here for Adams. That car is pretty well destroyed.
He did retire the car, and man, what has been a very tough season to start for Josh Adams continues, and I'm certain we could have if he joins the Infield Care Center, we'll pull him up, but I know he won't have anything good to say about the car choice. Or, you know, it's going to be the same message once again. Adams frustrated with the car and definitely not having it. Actually, he joined it. Let's see what he has to say. Let's hear the fun. Josh Adams, David in the booth. You got me?
How's it going?
It's going good up here. How's your head? How's your chest? Everything good?
Oh, I mean, everything is good for me. I didn't even want to show up tonight, and that just pretty much solidifies that I probably won't be showing up next week because this is just a joke. You know, we got a glitch on the front straightaway that doesn't happen with any other car on the sim, and it's killed us twice, and it ended my race tonight.
What's the glitch? The outside wall sucks you in if you're a little too close to it?
Oh no! If you get against it on the front straightaway, there's like a hole punch. It pushes you back, and Goodman hit it, and it pushed him back into the guys on his inside.
Man.
Never seen that in the Xfinity car.
Yeah. Well, tough break, Josh, and I know you've been real frustrated with the car and just the start of your season here, but it can only get better from here, man.
Oh,
of course, we said that last week.
No, I won't be here next week, but you guys, good luck with the broadcast. Sit through probably 25 more cautions. I'm sure you got David, you're pretty good at caution fill, so enjoy it.
Thanks, buddy. That is a mad driver right there. But 1 to green, and I am sure we're not done with cautions just yet.
Definitely got a long way to go here in this one. We're definitely gonna have a few more cautions.
That's interesting. So the wall punches you out into the middle of the track. See, I was wondering if, you know, how you get glued to the wall in some of these cars on iRacing, if that was what was causing it, where they were, you know, curving the wheel to the left, trying to get off the wall. But it appears it was a glitch. So we're aware of that now. We'll keep our eye on it. Scott Crump, the leader under green. Andy Trupiano clears Holzer for second. Outside line did not get going that time. Cameron Rich is up to 9th here. Got a really good start on the bottom. He's going to fill in behind Vincent Isabella as Leininger and Steinmiller try to work under Thomas. And Isabella tries to hold off Cameron Rich.
Holzer with the run here to the inside. Can take a peek to the inside of Trupiano here.
Steinmiller was going after Thomas while being attacked by Leininger. Rich gets under Isabella and will go by. So move Cameron Rich into 8th as he tries to climb his way through with fresh tires. Leininger still going after Steinmiller, though. Steinmiller, I think, a little bit quicker right now, able to hold him off on the top lane. Hank obviously hasn't watched these broadcasts back. He'd know, get away from that 12 car. That thing is like a TNT bomb waiting to go off. I jest, of course. Scott Crump actually got off to a really good start here, and he's been able to pull away from Trupiano by 0.4 of a second, which is the biggest lead we've seen from anybody. Leininger and Steinmiller still side by side. Back there for 5th, and an absolute hornet's nest around Matthew Weeks, Ryan Lutz, James Heater, Tate Lytle, Ethan Burrell. This is a battle ultimately for 11th. As Bayou goes around Isabella, who starts to kind of falter a little on those older tires.
Holzer just slid way up the track and slowed up quite a bit. Somehow still held on to the 3rd position, but almost just got passed by Burrell and Dylan Thomas.
Isabella just forced it down in front of Matthew Weeks. Not sure the 11 will be too happy about that one. but he was trying to get under Matthew Bayuk because it seemed like Bayuk is kind of fading back a little bit. But now Bayuk on the attack once again. And he and Isabella continue to go side by side. Now Weeks to the outside of Isabella. Damian Leininger did clear Hank Steinmiller, and now Cameron Rich has gotten by Steinmiller and pushed Steinmiller kind of the top of the racetrack. Tate underneath Vincent on the top of the screen. Vincent just trying to manage, damage control here with those older tires. I'm sure Leininger about to be in the same boat. Same for Steinmiller, Rich, Campbell, Lutz. They're all on new tires. Here comes Cameron Rich looking to the outside of Leininger. Great racing here. Since we've gone green, as long as those guys stay out of that front stretch wall, we should be all right. Rich clears Leininger. Campbell now to the top. Fresh tires continuing to pull forward. The older tires continuing to slide a little bit. Isabella down to 18th. Leininger down to 8th. Steinmiller 10th. And Leininger will give it up to his teammate Ryan Lutz. Lutz getting after Gerald Campbell here. We did get word, and I don't know if we actually managed to get it on the broadcast last week, but Lutz had his computer screen go dark. Which is definitely something that I've seen before on iRacing, and it makes sense why a guy like Ryan Lutz would suddenly just veer across the track and drive into the wall down the straightaway. He doesn't do that very often.
Here comes Cameron Rich. He's caught up to Dylan Thomas, looking to crack the top 5.
That 47 car is really, really fast, man. I wish we would have stolen him from Carlos there before the race, man. He looks real, real good so far. Gerald Campbell just trying to keep up with him, but Campbell's car has certainly been a little more all over the place than Rich's. And Campbell's got a little right front damage as well. And just this battle right here, where with Rich and Worrell, that has allowed Holzer, Trupiano, and Crump to open up a second on Cameron Rich. So as Rich clears Holzer right here, we'll see what kind of power this 47 car has. As Gerald Campbell hit the apron, and I thought he was for sure going to take up that 0-6. Ryan Steinmiller, he's fallen all the way to 19th on these old tires.
Ryan Lutz trying to go with these two as well. 3 cars trying to weave their way through the field.
Lutz does clear through Worrell, so old tires starting to really not pay off here as Rich starts to eat into the lead of Crump, Trupiano, and Holzer. I'm a little surprised we haven't had a quick caution, and I think Steinmiller, Isabella, Leininger, Thomas, Crump, Trupiano, Holzer, they're all probably similarly surprised. They were hoping that they would be able to gain some track position. Looks like several of them, including especially Steinmiller, are going to lose track position.
And they are catching them in a hurry. Rich closing in on the back of Holzer now.
Here comes Trupiano looking for the lead. Oh, he backed out of it and about wrecked James Holzer, who goes way to the top. That'll allow Rich to close in even more. He might be able to take third by the time they get into 1.
Oh, Holzer's going to get a run to the inside of Trupiano here.
That was interesting. Holzer jumped to the top of the racetrack, that third groove, got to drive down the hill and managed to get a run all the way up to the back bumper and underneath Trupiano.
You know, David, I think that's what he did a few laps ago, and I said he got way out of the groove and almost got past. He did the exact same thing, and I wonder if he's starting to pick something up here, because that's the second or third time he's done that now, and now he's about to make the pass for a second.
You know, my wager is that that's an option that you have at your disposal, and Holzer's trying to make sure he's got it. Let's see if Cameron Rich uses it here. He's still in that second groove, so Rich not willing to use that super top lane. Trupiano all over the back bumper of Crump, and Rich all over the back bumper of Trupiano. 4-car battle for the lead here at lap 50 of 170.
And with Rich being held up there, Campbell closes into the back, on the back of him, and he's looking to the inside of Rich here, seeing if he can sneak underneath and try to take that spot away.
And there's a caution out, and Matthew Weeks is sent to the spinning Aaron Smith. Tate Lytle is in the pit barrels. Caution out, and that was in that hornet's nest of cars that we talked about a little bit ago and showed on screen. They were running really, really hard for about 15th. Tate Lytle involved, Weeks involved. Weeks' poor season continues. And just as the battle for the lead was heating up, everyone probably will come down pit road and get tires. Oh, Bayou got loose, cut across the 12. Bayou hit hard in the wall, and he comes down and collects the 11 and the 56. Oh my goodness. And of course, Damian Leininger's number 12 is involved, man. When is it not?
A lot down pit road.
Yeah, everybody down pit road except for Jared Rexing, it looks like. A couple of guys from the back of the field, but just nowhere to go for Tate Lytle and Matthew Weeks here. Oh man, Tate's shoved in the barrels. That cannot be good for the engine of that 56 car. On board with Matthew Bayuk here, side by side with Leininger. Oh, it's my hand. So this is much further back. I think my hand stops up for the wreck. Yep. Gets around the binders. Perfect. There's Joe Francis and Josh Robin trying to get through this thing. Francis slows up well, so back of the field doing a great job to slow up for that wreck, not pile a bunch of them into it. Here's an interesting one. Mark Whitley stayed out. So did Rexing, so did my hand. Johnny Thomas, Nick Indelicato is your top 5 right now. So once again, Cameron Rich will have to battle his way through the field of cars while he has tires, and they do not. Yeah, it looks like the top 7 have stayed out here. So Whitley, Rexing, My Hand, Johnny Thomas, Indelicato, Kyle Hanshaw, Seth Rawls. So 3, well, the 3 remaining Shift Esports Dodges have all stayed out. A little teamwork there, perhaps.
So it'll be interesting to see here. Really, that didn't work out for those guys that went and got tires the first time. Kind of came back almost to where they were originally, and now they're down a set compared to everybody else.
Yeah, I think the benefit was definitely there for a guy like Damian Leininger, who went from about 18th to 10th and got some time in the top 5 there. And now Leininger restarting with an extra set of tires in 15th, which is right where he was originally anyway, but that includes having guys in front of him, or guys in front of him that stayed out here. So, and it put Damian, you know, he was involved in that wreck a little bit, but that car is not going to be too bad off. Kwame Scott's there as well. But Kwame came in on that first stop. So Steinmiller's up there with Damian in 17th. It's going to work out okay for Steinmiller. He loses some track position, but he does gain that set of tires. I'd rather be moving forward versus moving back, you know, if I have a choice late in the race. Cameron Rich will restart in 12th. No, 11th. I think he's supposed to be in front. Chris Worrell there on my timing sheet. And Worrell crossed the line in front of him. Scott Crump, first car on tires. He'll be 8th. But Mark Whitley will lead him to green. Finished 3rd last week at Auto Club. Pace car's in. Whitley's gone. Let's see what the 77 has for him up front. Looks like Jared Rexing's got a good bit of damage in the 07. I wonder if that'll affect him at all. And Trupiano, the first one to kind of burst through. He gets under Hanshaw. He'll get under Thomas. Holzer trying to take him 3 wide. Aggressive move by James Holzer. He lagged out a little bit. Hounshaw stuck in the middle. That'll hurt Dylan Thomas. This is a wreck waiting to happen right here. There it is. Dylan Thomas into the wall. I think Kwame Scott's going to get a piece of this. Worrell's gotten a piece of it. Caution out once again. That was just too aggressive for the guys like Kyle Hanshaw there that were getting swarmed 2 and 3 wide, side by side. Brandon, what's involved in that? Why is he back in 31st? Man. Here it is. Lutz maybe sped on pit road. That looked like a huge bit of net code for Dylan Thomas, and his car kind of turned into a wrecking ball because I don't think Kwame Scott was anywhere near him, but it pulled him right into the wreck. Thomas's car bounced off the ground. Oh, Francis and Goodman getting into that late. Late there for the 30 car. Tate Lido was also in there really, really hot, but got out of the way. With that Mark Whitley staying out. Again, same for all 3 of the Shift Esports cars. Andy Trupiano is up to 5th with fresh tires. Scott Crump 7th. Our 4th caution of the day. We're working towards that halfway bonus point here too. Now that I think of it, lap 85 will be that halfway bonus point for the race leader, and 10 all the way back to 1 in terms of halfway points for our kind of halfway stage. Whitley kind of trying to stay out and snag himself some points when he's been back in, mired in the mid-20s to start this race. I believe we are now 1 to green. Maybe not. Pace car's lights are still on. So why don't I bring Ryan Lutz up and see if we can get what happened to him and why he's way back in the field. What do you say? Lutzy,
Yeah.
David in the booth, you got me.
Yeah, man.
Why? What happened to you, man? You were up there in the top 5 there. What happened?
I just got too greedy and sped on pit road. We had a really good car and drove up to 5th there or whatever it was, and finally figured it out and loaded the gun and pointed it down and blew ourselves in the foot.
Get it back, man. You got no damage. You good to go here?
Yeah, I would suggest keeping a camera on here because it's gonna be a show.
Alrighty, we got you.
Thanks, man.
Good luck, Lutzy. So Lutz back where he came from, Apex Sim Racing. Beating on pit road, that'll get you every time. They'll be restarting, I believe, 24th on this one. Here we go. Pace car is in. Mark Whitley will go. Rexing also there, and Delicato. And they're 3 wide. They're wrecking on the front straightaway. Bayou, Crump. It might just be the 2 of them wrecking in front of the field. My goodness. It looked like Holzer or Crump or somebody got a little greedy trying to go around Bayou. And it net coded them all together and then spun Bayou and Crump. That might not be Bayou, actually. He's been involved in wrecks already. I think that's Scott Rawls. Or it's my hand. Man, they all drive the same colored car. Killing it. Damian Leininger suggested to me that we get his in-car on this one, Carlos. So let's take a look here. After, of course. Yeah, Holzer definitely getting a little aggressive there. Not a good move by Holzer. And it costs Scott Crump, who led a good chunk of this race early, as well as Dallas Myhand, who was just minding his own business. Now we'll get the in-car of the 12. He messaged me twice, so this must be good. Woo-hoo-hoo. It was good. How about that?
Twice for avoiding the 2 wrecks there.
Yeah. Both cars as he avoids plowing into Gerald Campbell, then plowing into the 17 and the 51, spinning down the track. Yep, Rich almost gets a piece of this as well. Holzer's going to get damage on the outside wall. Leininger just missing it there. And then Crump's going to have damage from the inside wall, and Myhand's going to have damage from the inside wall. Definitely frustrating for the two of them, because that's not a move you need to make here on lap 60-something. Holzer will be 7th on this restart. Now there's damage on that 17 car as well. One of the shift cars came down pit road. Can't tell. I think it was Myhand, actually, this time, so... Up into the top 10 again is Hank Steinmiller, last week's winner. Joseph Causey's up to 11th. Cooper Johnson's up to 12th. We don't get to talk about Cooper much, and then the one time I did talk about him at Auto Club, he got sent to the inside wall at like 1 trillion miles an hour. So, hey, good to call Cooper Johnson's name while he's running well. Same for Garen Turner.
Cooper, be on the defense. Be on the defensive now, Cooper.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it'll go south really quickly here, but yeah, I'm sure get them in while they're running well. Ryan Lutz made up the 2 spots, so he's restarting 22nd here.
Did you mention Damien in that breath too?
No. Mm-mm. Damien's back in the top 10. I can't talk about him anymore. You know that 12 car, it's waiting. It's waiting to explode. He was involved in that one wreck earlier, but that wasn't the one. I know what's great too is when I was out at Vegas or it might have been, it was Atlanta. I was out at Atlanta, Damien runs top 10. I was limited at Sonoma, Damien runs top 10. And then I came back last week and Damien got plowed into a wreck, like on lap 10. Just absolutely crazy. He's okay so far. I won't tell you where he's running though. You can find out. Lap 70 going on the board here. $15 laps till the halfway stage points. Guys like Hank Steinmiller, Cameron Rich, definitely on the lookout for those, as they're pretty high up in points. Same for Nick and Delicato. We're getting ready to go here. Scott Crump is all the way back in 28th now. Chris Worrell is 29th. Man, don't want to wreck in this. Lose a lot of track position. Green flag back out in the air. Whitley off to a good jump. And Delicato trying to get after Jared Rexing. Rubiano, first car on fresh tires. The front 4 do not have fresh tires. Delicato going after Rexing. That will allow Whitley to get away a little bit. Delicato pushes up. Will Trupiano look low? We've seen, I think it was Holzer take him 3 wide. And the yellow is out again. Caution waves. I'm not sure what happened there. That bodes well. Oh, Mogard got a little squirrely. I didn't think that was a caution. Mogard and Vincent got together. Mogard went completely sideways, and iRacing threw a caution for it. And oh man, that's not a caution at all. Especially when we're definitely going to have more wrecks. Ooh. We could bring Scott Crump in there. He did get a bit dumped by Holzer there on that last restart. So let's... Oh! Isabella's around. Under caution. Oh, Turner. Oh, man. Garen Turner decided to late not to come to pit road. Drove back on the track, and Isabella was right there. Oh, man. What a poor break for Isabella. Just not a great move by Turner. If you're going to fake, man, you got to wait for people. Don't drive straight back on the track. Isabella definitely not happy, and I sure wouldn't be. That's a bit of a bonehead move on the part of the 20, and Isabella's there. You know what would be really fun? Is if we pull Isabella into the booth. I'm sure he'll have some great words for us. We'll see if we have to use the censor button. Hey, Vincent. How you doing?
I'm going to put this 20 car firewall deep in a second.
Oh, man. I'd put the cameras over there. Oh, man.
The 20, the 00, the 01, they can all get it.
Madman is Vincent Isabella. I can't blame you, man. That was pretty lame. It looks like you're pretty good hurt too, so we'll see if you can keep it going. Looks like the way this car drives, it keeps some speed, so you might be okay.
Should be fine. We'll see.
Good luck, buddy. Sorry that happened to you. That was
I'm back in my spot. I'm 14th.
All right. Hopefully you got it. Not too much damage in. You can keep it there, but
Yep.
Good job, man.
Yep. Thanks, bud.
Might have been the best.
He's not as mad as I thought he was going to be.
Might have been the best interview that we've had though in the 2 years that we've been here. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good timing. Because if I get Scott Crump now, he's going to be all, oh well, we'll get him back. I don't know, maybe. Do we have time? I think we got time. Let's see if we can get Crump in here too. Scott Crump, it's David in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, what'd you think of that restart there where you got spun out?
I don't think too kindly of it, but I mean, he's been running crazy up front, so I didn't expect nothing else there.
You going back after him here as you get back through the field?
No, I'm better than that. I just need a good finish here. I mean, best car I've had this whole year and just get turned or whatever.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Try to stay out of the carnage.
All right, thank you.
Low line racing. That's it. All right. So Mark Whitley's still the race leader. Scott Crump awfully calm, like I said.
Yeah, cooler heads prevail there. We'll see what he can do. We never know though. When they get together at some point, something could happen.
Pace car off. Mark Whitley going to get on the loud pedal. Rexing though, with his best restart so far. Indelicato not able to jump inside of the 07. Oh man, there's a wreck. Big wreck. Lutz involved. Burrell involved. That happened because I think Trupiano spun his tires. That bottled the entire back of the field up.
Yeah, Trupiano got a horrible start.
I think Trupiano might have smacked the wall, and it just, I think, oh man, I don't know, but the way that Harrison Talent caught the glitch is what happened. Harrison Talent caught the glitch, and it got Lutz, and it got Burrell. I think Lutz is going to be okay. Wow. Tate Lytle involved. Lutz might be all right. Johnny Thomas gets it woed up. They crashed really hard underneath them, though. I don't know who all that was. I think Richard Hines was one of those guys. Man, Burrell's car goes flying. This group gets stopped. It's Hanshaw, it's Hines. Go on board with maybe Burrell. Yep. Almost upside, all the way upside down. What on earth, man? Yeah, that car's... I don't know what we're looking at. Call me Scott gets through this. I think Scott Crump did too. Hanshaw spins it into Hines. It looked like. And is that going to catch the 26 on my hand? I believe it does. Another wreck involved in for my hand. Everybody staying out, trying to get to that halfway bonus. We'll watch on board with my hand here. Aaron Smith slowed it down, dodged the wreck. Robin Goodman. So I guess it was the other one. Did Rawls pit? Must have been Seth Rawls there that got caught up on the bottom. Those guys need a different, slightly different scheme for me. Delicado's is easy. That one's black. I can get that one. No, Rawls is still in the top 10. Maybe it's Bayuk. Bayuk's back there. That's who it is. Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I think all three of those guys have the same paint scheme this week. So
they got it's white on the hood, and white on the hood. But one of them's got pink underneath, and one of them's got black underneath, and one of them's all white. But I can't see the underneath on Carlos' stream here. It's a little lower quality. I can make out the colors.
And one's 26. One's 26 and one's 29. So
yeah, it's. Sorry guys, Mohawk Foundation's awesome. Give them a look. Great sponsor for them. They sponsor 4 cars. That's really cool. Carlos only sponsors me in one series, and I'm making him go broke. So base car. I believe not going in yet. 4 laps till the halfway break. I think this is last lap right here. Till 1 to green, and we'll have like a 3-lap shootout until the halfway break. Rash of cautions late. We did have a 30-ish lap run to start the race under green, and we had about another 15 or 20 lapper after that. Since about lap 50, it's been rather chaotic, and we extended the caution.
it seems like if we can get through 2 to 3 laps off the restart, we're good for a little while. But if something happens off that restart, it piles everything up and we're stuck a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And props to Johnny Eckert, our race control. He just sent him through. He's getting things done quickly here and doing a great job making sure the scoring is proper. Ethan Burrell and Richard Hines, I think, were not like across the line there and went a lap down, and then it put them in front of the leader. So giving them a wave around, right call. Get them to the back of the field and go ahead and wind them up, send them off here for a 2-lap dash to the halfway point, and then another 85 laps till the end of this race. Didn't talk about it much, but Ryan Lutz did get some damage in that wreck. We will have to see if the 36, last year's champion, can come back up to the front from 18th place, which is where he is right now. Tate Lytle is back up to 19th after getting buried in the barrels. And this race is going to be all about guys making their way back to the front, I think. Mark Whitley goes. Rexing with another pretty good start. I think we're all clear this time to run some laps. And Rexing buries it down on Indelicato.
Trupiano.
Spins it. Isabella gets caught up in it, and a bunch of cars get tagged together on the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, man. And that will award Mark Whitley with the halfway points. Jared Rexing will get second at halfway. Nick Indelicato third. Gerald Campbell fourth. Seth Rawls fifth. James Holzer sixth. Cameron Rich seventh. Damian Leininger eighth. Hank Steinmiller ninth. Joseph Causey 10th at the moment of caution.
I don't know if he got
Did he
some
get a
help
bump
here.
He did get a bump. Seth Rawls in there a little too deep. And around he goes. Isabella nowhere to go. Lutz was the last one to make it through there. Wyatt Nadel gets wrapped up in it. Kwame Scott gets wrapped up in it. Tate Lytle gets wrapped up in it.
Honestly, for spinning out there in the middle of the pack, Trupiano didn't get a ton of damage. This little hit right there.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
Isabella into him there. That's so tough. And here's points leader Kwame Scott. Chooses the bottom real early in this wreck and nowhere to go. Winds up getting involved. Man. Thinking right in the middle of the corner, you see a guy spinning, you're like, I got to go to the bottom. We're good. We'll drive it down there. See what Tate does. Tate commits to the apron, and here they come. Nowhere to go. So that, I believe, everything right there. We just had a bunch of cars drop due to packet loss. A bunch of cars. Tate Lytle. Yeah, Dom got dropped as well. Tate Lytle. Rexing got dropped out of the top 5. Joe Francis, Michael Goodman, Richard Hines, Chris Worrell. I like Trey Holmes is racing. He's a spotter. And Dom got dropped. Man, weird. Yeah, so that's a definite bad break for Jared Rexing, man. He was up in the top 2. Call it a tire failure, whatever you want. Joe Francis is one of the cars that got this. Man, what the heck is that? They all said due to download packet loss. Man. Not sure Johnny Eckert can fix this issue. Let's see if Mark Whitley's on here. On the old Discord. I don't know if he is. He is not. Well, we need to get somebody in here, see what exactly happened. Who should we get? Delicato, maybe? No, 1 to green. Never mind. We won't get anybody. We'll wait. Whitley and Delicato. Campbell, who has tires. Rawls, who doesn't. Holzer. Rich. Damian Leininger. Hank Steinmiller. Joseph Kazi. Cooper Johnson. And Johnny Eckert extended the caution. I wonder if Eckert's going to try to give Rexing, Goodman, Lytle, Worrell, all those guys who just jumped out of the lobby a lap back here. Try to make up for it. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, let's do that. That'll do it, because we can keep Johnny in here. Johnny, it's David in the booth. Could you give us the rundown of what's going on here?
Server crashed.
Man. So we lost, looks like about 8 drivers.
Yeah, server crashed, and we're waving everybody by now. Everybody who crashed has joined.
We're giving everybody who fell out their laps back. It's funny because that also took Dom out of the lobby too.
Yeah, there was a server crash. I don't know if you can look into iRacing and see if it happened in others, but
So, guys, I'll jump in, not to cut you off there, Johnny. I was doing a dirt racing event before this, and actually it happened to me 3 times before. So I don't know if this is a iRacing thing having a problem tonight, or what the deal is, but it's not the first time that's happened to me tonight.
something's up. Am I on the broadcast?
You are.
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah. That's why we asked for the what's
Yeah,
going
that's
good.
what happened. A little bit of a delay here, but we'll wave everybody by. It's not fair to those guys. It wasn't their fault.
I think that's a really good call. I think there's other leagues that wouldn't give the laps back that were lost, and just say, well, it's part of the race. And
Yeah,
I think this is a
mechanical
cool
failure.
thing. Yeah, I think this is cool.
My
But,
my mic is hot. One
as far as the
time,
race is going, guys just need to calm down to start. You know, once we get 5 laps on the tires, these cars don't drive too bad. But you know how a lot of these people are. They want to be a hero in the first 5 laps of a run.
Yep. That end, we've seen some pretty bad net code.
Yes.
We've seen some guys making some really aggressive moves right at the restart too, and some mistakes too. So I don't know if it's just one thing, but this seems to be kind of just a short track feature on iRacing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but we have added a new like points bonus for 0x's. I don't know who's going to get that, but be in the race with the 0x, you'll get 3 bonus points. I was doing good there until it's my fault. I came up and hit Goody trying to avoid that wreck, spun him out. But I don't know who has 0x. I don't know if anybody has any 0x left.
I can tell you one guy who does. He drives the 47 car. I believe that car has not been touched.
Pristine.
And now he'll have his X. Watch this.
Oh yeah, it's coming up. He's about to get absolutely dumped. He's right next to the 12 car, so you know what's about to happen.
They're about to get each other.
Well,
if you guys,
Johnny, good luck. And
yeah,
what's up?
I can be on here. You know, once we go green, I can run a couple laps with you.
That'll be interesting. We'll get a little onboard shot. You can
I
tell
think
us
we're
what's
going
going
here.
on.
Going here pretty quick. I think one more lap. Yeah, a couple more guys need a wave around.
That is just crazy. But I do appreciate this. I think from a driver's perspective, I would much rather, the league say, hey, this is, we'll just take it here in the middle of the race, a little bit of a stage break, if you will, and let these guys come back. It's not like Jared Rexton can really get second back, but I know he'll get those second place points for the stage, and that's about all you can do.
Yeah, he'll
for
get
him.
the stage points, but when it's widespread like this, you got to do something. That's what we decided to do.
Yeah, I think that's going to be well appreciated by these guys. Ethan Burrell just typed in there, good job, admins. I think he's showing it off. Yeah, and Eckert needs it one more lap there, so.
Eckert's got to get organized. No, he does a great job, and, he's one of the guys who made this call.
Yep, he's really good in there, and definitely, the right call here. So, with that, we've had to be patient, but I think we're finally going to go green after this next crossing the line. I think we'll get one to go here and go green. For what it's worth, Andy Trupiano's sitting on pit road through all this. He has not gotten back out there and continued running. We've also seen Nick Indelicato come down pit road. He's now 21st. So he'll be restarting in the pack. And, we talked about Ryan Lutz having all those issues. He is now back up to 11th after all of this. Got Crumps back up to 16th.
Yeah, I think we're going to end up going here, guys.
All right. You heard it from the man, Johnny Thomas. We'll stay on board with him here for a little bit.
Tim Richmond, and I'll go green here. Hopefully we get a couple laps.
The
odds of that are low.
That 83 car. Green flag back out. Mark Whitley going up front. In the middle of the pack, Johnny Thomas. Side by side with points leader Kwame Scott.
Race starts are really, really hairy, especially if you're in second gear. I think that's where a lot of guys are struggling. I've been restarting in third.
The balance between getting speed down and getting the car stable, I think, in these big COT cars. Good battle for the mid pack here. Ryan Lutz trying to get in there. Aaron Turner sideways in front of you, Johnny. Careful.
Couple guys stacking the field up. I don't really know what the tire wear degradation is right now between some of these guys up front, but I don't think it's too bad. They're spinning out right here.
Oh, Gary's spinning. He was all over the place. Careful, Johnny. Go high. Whoa it down. Good job. I think behind you, they got it too.
Yeah.
Now, Garen Turner was all over the place right there. We'll go get some replays of that wreck, but He was about to wreck in turn 1, then he got wrecked in there in turn 3.
All right, guys, it's getting pretty hairy. I got to go back in the admin booth.
Yep, good to know. Thanks,
Thanks for
Johnny.
having
Thanks
me,
for all
yeah.
your help.
Oh, no problem.
All right, so we got Johnny Thomas out of here, and well, that was certainly eventful. He got to call Johnny through a wreck there. That was pretty fun. Looked like Garen. I mean, we got to go all the way back to turn 1 of this lap before Garen was about getting wrecked, going through 1 and 2, and Cooper finally was he was underneath him. He's just kind of, he didn't even try to get into the gas, I don't think, and ends up spinning him out. And here it is, lap before. Mogard, oh no, right there, gets into Cooper. I guess they didn't totally wreck, but they were trying to. And down here in 3, maybe Cooper just spun him out. I guess it was the next lap, wasn't it? Oh, or our buddy Ryan Lutz might have sent Garen Turner in a little bit. There it is. Cooper got him once. I think Cooper's going to get him again. Yep. Cooper might have gotten a little tired of the 20 car.
Oh, we still have 70 to go here.
9 cautions down. So everybody who had 10 cautions, you can go ahead and take your drink here. I don't think we'll be going green to the end. Something tells me. Also, at some point, Mark Whitley did pit from the lead. That'll hand it over to Gerald Campbell. And now I think we're finally at the point where the fastest cars of the day have all kind of meandered their way into the top 10. Including Scott Crump, who's been backwards and into the inside wall at one point. Gerald Campbell, the leader. James Holzer, second. Cameron Rich is third. Damian Leininger is fourth. Hank Steinmiller is fifth. Joseph Causey is sixth. Ryan Lutz is seventh. Cooper Johnson is eighth, who he just kicked off that wreck. Might be seeing some of those negative points there. Dylan Thomas is ninth. Scott Crump is 10th. After them, Josh Clark is 11th. We haven't talked about him all day long. Vincent Isabella, we had him in the booth. He's now up to 12th. Kwame Scott, the points leader, is 13th. James Heater is 14th. Johnny Thomas is 15th. Seth Rawls is 16th. Chris Worrell is 17th. Nick Indelicato 18th. Josh Robin 19th. Joe Francis rounds out the top 20. Mark Whitley is back in 24th. Ethan Burrell is back in 26th. Tate Lytle is 28th. Rexting is all the way back to 29th. And we're going to be ready to go green here. With, what, 67 laps remaining?
That's what it looks like.
One of those.
Should be 67 here when we actually take the green flag.
Gerald Campbell up top, leading him kind of a much higher approach to the restart. And he'll get going early. That's going to give Damian Leininger a huge advantage. And Holzer shoves the 12 car up the racetrack. If he knew anything about the 12 car, you'd just get away from him as much as you could.
Oh, and Leininger cut down there, almost made contact with Holzer cutting in line.
Oh, Rich dives it in on Leininger. I think the 12 will be able to hold serve on the outside here, but that 47 car hadn't really been touched all day. Looks pretty good. Leininger in third. And Causey into the top 5. Lutz into 6th.
Lutz took a peek there coming out of 2. Couldn't get underneath Causey. He'll stuck back
Caution.
in line.
Spinner down the back straightaway, hard in the inside wall. I couldn't tell who it was. It's a white car, and I think it came off the front bumper of Mark Whitley. Might have been Richard Hines. Richard Hines in the 87. And we get 3 laps, and we're back under yellow for the 10th time. Like Mark had it there, or nope. Hines checked up coming out of the corner. Whitley was right on his rear bumper with fresh tires, and that was it.
still isn't as bad as what was it, Bristol last year, where he had 24 cautions or 20-some cautions, something like that.
I know, and Josh Adams, telling us, oh, well, it's not the Xfinity car. Well, Josh, we had 20 cautions at Bristol. We had 20 cautions at North Wilkesboro. I think it was North Wilkesboro. And we had 20 cautions at, what's the one we ran at night? Was it Nashville? I think that one, too. Let's bring in Ethan Burrell. Ethan Burrell's way in the back. Oh, you want to talk to Hanshaw? Ethan or Hanshaw? All right, let's bring up Kyle Hanshaw. Kyle Hanshaw, it's David in the TV booth. You got me?
Yeah, Dave, go ahead.
Well, Kyle, the masses are wanting to talk to you. Get what you got for us. How's it going out there?
Oh, it's a shit show, like usual. I mean, I've been telling these guys on the Race Control channel, we had this idea in our minds for ERSCA in 2022 to put it in the driver's hands, and we did, and they're not delivering. And it's just bullshit, pardon my French, but I just don't give a shit anymore. And it's just a big fucking joke to everybody. No matter what I say, they don't take us seriously, admins, owners. So I'm just over it.
Ooh. Strong words there from Mr. Hanshaw. You got any shout outs you want to give here? I know you got some good sponsors.
Yeah, shout out to you guys for doing the broadcast. I apologize on behalf of everybody at ERSCA that's involved for the shit show that we've been putting on for you guys, the fans. I certainly don't approve of what the heck is going on track. Shout out to my sponsor, Ohio Intra Express, Brantley at Harpoon Designs for giving us sweet paint schemes. That's about it.
Thanks for it, Hanshaw. Thanks for the honesty, man, and the candidness. We love it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Kyle Hanshaw, animated and upset. Chris Wright in there. He's another one of those guys who ran last year. He sat out this season. Didn't really want to run this COT car, and he's on the Josh Adams camp of not enjoying the race car right now. Also, I noticed Nick Massey not at the racetrack today.
Just curious, guys. Just throwing it out there again. I just got kicked again, so keep an eye out on potential drivers again having that issue.
Whoa, Cameron Rich got kicked. Oh, man. Cameron Rich got kicked. Richard Hines Rexing again. Burrell again. Tate again. The big one, though, is Cameron Rich from second. Might have been from third. And Eckert has extended the caution by 6 laps. Yeah, red flags typed Hank Steinmiller, and I would agree. iRacing really giving us the business tonight, I would say. But now I can go get Ethan Burrell.
I'm just happy it's not my problem.
I know, right? Yeah, it doesn't affect you. You can't see anything, but it's not killing your race, and that's at least nice.
No, I'm just saying from my perspective, I thought it was just my only issue, so I'm glad it's not just me.
It's not just you, that's for sure. Ethan Burrell, you join us in the booth here, but I keep seeing you saying you're having fun and stuff. I just wanted to know if that was the truth.
Oh boy, it's getting crazy out here. I don't really know what's going on, but I flipped over on the front stretch, and iRacing's having glitches, and I don't know. This has been entertaining.
That's what I'm saying. We got Kyle Hanshaw up here, really, really mad about the way things are happening. But man, this has been something else. I tell you what, I've never seen a race where the lobby keeps getting kicked out halfway through. Man, this is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. It kind of adds some excitement while we're stuck pacing here for 10 laps. When those guys get booted out of the server, the AI takes over their car and they slam the gas. So you got to kind of watch your back.
Oh my goodness. Have you been run into?
I have it, but I saw poor Bayou get absolutely obliterated by the 87, and I think the
Oh.
56 just rammed the 50. So yeah, it's a war zone out here under caution. You're not
Oh.
safe anywhere.
So what you're saying is Nick Massey, Chad Bear, and Jack Eli were the smart ones for not gridding up tonight.
Oh yeah, it's their incident count's gonna look real good compared to everyone else.
Oh man. Ethan Burrell, appreciate you, buddy. Go out there and give it your best whenever we do get back racing.
Yeah, for sure. Here, let me get a couple plugs in here too. 213 Simware, Anthony Ludi, he's the man. Hope you're not pulling for us too much this race, but good job to you guys up in the booth too, man. This one's interesting.
Thanks, Ethan.
Thank you.
All right, I think we got time for at least one more. He might be mad at us. You want to grab Damien? Or we could get Vincent back up here again now that he's in the top 10. Maybe we could go for somebody else. I hesitate to do like Cameron Rich or somebody while they're driving around there at speed trying to catch up.
You could do like Hank or somebody.
We could do Hank. E6. Do Hank. Oh, no, we gotta do Gerald while he's leading. That's it. Let's do Gerald. Gerald, it's David in the booth. You got me, buddy.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're here. Not everybody else is. What do you think of this race so far, man?
I don't know. I think they should just end it right here. Am I right?
Yeah, I think that for you that'd be great.
Yeah, for me it'd be great. So yeah, I'm fortunate because I do like the racing so far. It's been when it gets going and it's clean. It's actually been very good handling vehicle. So I'm happy with. A lot of people maybe not that were more dominant in some other cars, but for me it just seems like it's all kind of evened out a little bit. And it just introduces something new to some of these sim racers. So I'm excited to see if I can do it. I'm not good on long runs, very good on short runs. That definitely helped me being able to work the way up to the lead here. But if I'm able to keep them behind me, it all depends on how the cautions come out and how long green flag runs. But expect me to be very aggressive trying to win this.
All right, Gerald. Well, good luck. Good to hear from you. And go give him your best out there, man, while you're leading. If we do actually get some more green flag laps.
I think we're going green right now, so buckle up.
All righty. Thanks, Gerald. We're going green. We're going green. Here we go. Sent Gerald back in just in the nick of time. And we're gone. Green flag is out. Leininger and Holzer side by side for second at the line.
Oh, there's a difference between going green and if we can actually stay green. That's going to be the big test here.
Yep, that 12 car looking real good on the bottom. Got his teammate behind him. Well, a little loose there. See if Damien can keep the wheels and the fenders on that 12 car, bring home a good run. Got Ryan Lutz going after Joseph Causey for fourth. Now Hank Steinmiller up here. Ooh, Leininger gets Causey up the track a little bit. And in the back, they're going to be spinning, and the caution waves again. Number 11. Campbell loving that. The short runs, those were his bread and butter.
Ryan Lutz had almost been able to take that spot away from Causey from getting pushed up the track, but caution flying there keeps him back in fifth.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we can get a replay of that contact, and I don't know what the actual caution was, but I'm sure we'll get there. Okay, there wasn't a caution. Just kidding. But what we should do is look at that contact between Leininger and Causey, because that was almost a really big incident right in front of the field. I'll also look back and see if I can find anything. Johnny Eckert is shortening the caution, which is good. Good call by the admins. They're doing a great job. It was the 8 of Josh Robin that got spun around. In case you were wondering there, Carlos. We do got a quick yellow here, and gonna try to get us going really quick once again. I believe they're gonna line them up here and go 1 to green this time by. Scott Crump up in 9th. Dylan Thomas is 8th. Seth Rawls is back up to 12th. I believe he's on fresh tires. He and Mark Whitley, though I don't know how much fresh tires are really going to matter if the caution keeps coming out. We're stacked up once again. I don't think the lineup changed much at all. Campbell this time taking the top, which will help Causey fighting against those Apex Sim Racing dodges of Leininger and Lutz. And we'll see if Holzer has anything for Campbell here. Green flag out once again. Campbell goes. Steinmiller gets into the wall. And a mistake by Hank Steinmiller, and that'll send him to the back. And fortunately, no one else involved but our 12th caution of the day. Chris Worrell convinced it's his internet. No, Chris, it's not. It's the lobby. Let's watch Hank Steinmiller on this restart. I think he got into the wall and it shot him across the track. Right there, yep. Just like that. There's the glitch that Adams was talking about earlier. Boom. Car shoots, shot off the wall, just like that. Robert Hill said he's been caught in 98 things tonight. I would believe it. That car's still rolling, though. Robert's in the top 20. He's in 20th. All right, now we need somebody else. Let's see. There's a couple of people came down pit road, or they got kicked. I think they came down pit road, though. Steinmiller came down pit road, though he had just spun. Might have been it. Kwame Scott's still in 11th. Because he's doing work. I would love to bring Johnny Eckert up here though, but he's on his work. I don't know. I might message him. We'll see. Shoot him a call. Well, next caution, we'll get him in here. I'll shoot him a message in a couple of different ways just so we can confirm it. I believe we're at 1 to green though. Campbell lining him up with Holzer. Campbell on the bottom this time, so he's really trying to stay away from giving Damian Leininger the jump there. He's really trying to help Joseph Causey. Check and see if Causey's on that Aggressive Eagle Esports, and he is. So Joseph Causey and Campbell are teammates, though they are not manufacturer teammates. And they're running up here in the top 3. Campbell trying to give Causey the jump here. And there it goes. Causey's going to get second.
Lutz inside Leininger here for would be 4th.
Lutz backed out of it just a little bit, let his teammate go after it. But now they'll be side by side. Causey tries to get after Holzer. Leininger trying to get to the outside of Causey. See if we can run a few green flag laps. Lutz just about lost it there inside of Leininger. They'll single out. Dylan Thomas into 6th. Isabella into 7th. Crump into 8th. Kwame Scott the points leader to 9th.
Those are some beat up race cars right behind these guys.
Yep, Isabella's been involved in a number of incidents, including one that was absolutely not of his own doing. There was one for Crump. We saw him against the inside backstretch or front stretch wall. And yet everyone's still trucking along. These very durable COT race cars. Leininger really giving it everything he's got on the outside, trying to pinch Causey down and allow his teammate Ryan Lutz to get the run on him from the back. 12 car trying to get up into third. Very tight battle here. Holzer and Campbell are clear and driving away. Campbell said he didn't like those outside long runs. We'll see if that 31 car can maintain the lead for a longer period of time. This battle's been raging as Leininger finally with a little bit of an advantage, but he will not clear the 88 of Causey. Oh man, Causey's real close to washing up into this 12 car, I think. Ryan Lutz can do nothing but look on. And by the way, Mark Whitley with tires is up to 9th. Leininger trying to clear Causey. It's close. Not quite clear. Looked like Thomas might have gotten the wall. But he is clear. 12 car into third. Causey to fourth. Lutz trying to jump to the outside of the 88. Lutz's car also has damage. That was that move that we saw, I think, Chris Worrell doing earlier, where he jumped to the high side and got a drive off of the top lane. Ryan Lutz just utilized it to kind of stave off Dylan Thomas. Scott Crump's up to 7th.
I think that was actually your second place driver, Holzer, that was doing that a long time ago now.
Hey, I think you're right. A couple of black Dodges, easy to get them mixed up, I would say. Thomas is under fire up from Crump for 6th. Scott Crump overcoming that spin he had on the front straightaway, trying to get back up to the top 5 where he was leading earlier in this race. And James Holtz are starting to put some pressure on Gerald Campbell. Leininger is driven away from Causey. Moving on back, Mark Whitley is maybe the car to watch out for. He is 10th, bottled up behind Isabella and Rawls, but he does have fresh tires and he did lead the halfway bonus. And he finished 3rd last week, so Whitley's got the speed to get up there, but does he have enough time? Finally, we're seeing some green flag racing. Isabella and Rawls side by side. That 15 car is pretty heavily damaged. It works on the short runs, but doesn't seem to have a whole lot of straight line speed down these longer straightaways, and it really hurts him. You see there, you think he might have bounced it off the wall. Lucky he didn't get the glitch there where he shoots out across the track. Josh Clark looking underneath. Cameron Rich is trying to recover from getting kicked from the lobby. Ethan Burrell's trying to recover from being upside down. They're 14th and 15th right here. Cooper Johnson, 14 underneath. Jared Mogard's right there. We haven't talked about him at all today. He's 12th. Scott Crump has gotten by Dylan Thomas for 6th, and that could be a wreck right there as Mogard slices the nose of Isabella. 3 wide on the front straightaway. Cameron Rich in the thick of it. Man. Delicato right there, and Isabella right there. Here comes Kwame Scott with a damaged number 99 car, trying to make the most out of this day for his points lead. Got to get 2 screens on because it's getting rather intense up front. Leininger's closed the lead down about half as what it was when he finally cleared Causey. Campbell is getting caught by Holzer. Scott now by Isabella. Oh, and there's the contact. Worrell around. Caution out. Isabella was against the wall. And bang. I think that might have been Goodman getting into Worrell. I'm not entirely sure what Isabella could have done differently there. He was up against the outside wall. Burrell's way up the track. Yeah, definitely some netcode there, but well, you can definitely give a little more room to the bottom when you've got so many lanes. Isabella's off the wall a little bit, but yeah, you gotta give the wall a little bit of room. The wall jumps out, bites you, and shoots you across the racetrack.
Someone
and everyone going, oh, except for James Holzer and Scott Crump, they're not going down pit road. Neither is Mark Whitley. Everyone else coming for tires: Campbell, Leininger, Causey, Lutz. I think this is a mistake for James Holzer. Crump and Whitley actually got tires more recently than the rest of these guys, so they might be okay. But I think on Holzer's end, this is a pretty hefty mistake. You know who this does benefit? Cameron Rich. He stays out, goes up to 4th. And off pit road. Oh, Cameron Rich didn't stay out, but he did get first off pit road. He passed everybody on pit road, and then I guess he took 2 tires. He must have. And Cam Rich will be out early in this, but it'll be Holzer the race leader, Crump second, Whitley third. One of them, it's one of the Shifty sports cars. I couldn't tell you which. Got to be Bayuk, right? He might be a lap down.
Yeah, it is Bayuk, and he's a lap down. He's not being scored here, so.
That's what it is.
And
it's Richard Hines. He's also a lap down. So Cameron Rich is 4th, Campbell 5th, Causey 6th, Leininger 7th, Lutz 8th, Seth Rawls 9th, Dylan Thomas 10th. That's your rundown. And I think tires do matter here. There's a lot of laps to go if we do manage to stay green. And even if not, I think you want tires on these jumps.
I don't think it's an if not. I don't think we're going to.
Probably not. We gotta be optimistic, Tom. We gotta cheer for it. Come on, guys. You can run us 30 laps to the end.
It's been an interesting one tonight, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can maybe do another quick driver interview. I was thinking maybe not someone who's all up in the front of the field. I'm not sure. Need some ideas.
You could do Kwame. He's running 15th.
We could do Kwame. Let's do it. See what the points leader has to say about tonight.
Yeah. Oh. Nope.
All right, 1 to green. Kwame, give us a quick rundown of how the day's gone for you.
Got stuck in traffic. Was trying to work my way through traffic, but literally couldn't. All the lanes was blocked. Just be getting tossed around, really. Trying to find my way through. That's, yeah, pretty much. Trying to see if I can at least get inside the top 10 here, but I don't know. I literally don't know at this point.
Good luck here, man. Good luck with the points lead.
Yep, thanks.
I think he's in Ruppin's race, and I hope he is. Here we go. Pace car about to head off. James Holzer, Scott Crump, the top 2. Mark Whitley as well. Green flag out. There they go. Leininger's, oh, Campbell and Leininger together. Leininger's cutting across the track. The 12 in the wall, upside down. The 12 car has detonated. The TNT has exploded.
There you go, David.
And Kwame was involved. Oh, man. You knew it was coming. I hate that, man. He was up there in 3rd, running so good. I keep telling he's won 3 races on Thursdays in the 83 car. Guy can drive. It's the number. It's the car number. I'm telling you. Gerald Campbell's going to lose it as well. Did he get damage? I got a little right there. Saw Leininger sliding upside down. My goodness. I did get approval to talk to Johnny Eckert, by the way. need to go see what happened to this 12 car, man. And that's nothing on him. That's not on him. Gerald Campbell spun the tires. See there, the wiggle. Leininger tries to peek down and gets shoved to the bottom and hits the grass. And once he does, it's all over.
Not a fun ride you want to take.
Let's get him in here. Hey Damien, it's David in the booth. You got me?
No.
I was really trying to avoid having to talk to you like this, but looks like you the 12 card.
Man, of course, like we've been at top 5 run like past second half of this race, and then just right there it gets loose on Gerald under third gear and just spins. Was the one time I get to the inside of him, so it's a very 12 car-ish move.
Yeah, I called it a TNT block earlier in the race, where it was kind of the fuse was ticking on it, and it exploded in a very a big fireball right there, and I hate it for you, but at least the wreck was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, we'll see what I got. What required I had, so I'm gonna be a lap down, but see if maybe get a quick caution, see if I can do something.
All right, good luck, buddy. I hate it for you.
Thanks.
Damien Leininger there as we're getting ready to go green here. Got him out just in time. Holzer goes. Whitley trying to get on the gas as well. Top 10 is now 2 lighter. Here comes Mark Whitley down to the bottom of the racetrack, looking for the race lead. He won't get it. Holzer strong on the outside, even though he's got the older tires. Here comes Cameron Rich to the top. Cameron Rich, strong run to the outside. 47 looking for the lead off the
crap!
floor.
Dylan Thomas into the wall.
Caution might be out here. No, they save it. There's one on the inside wall hard. They're still green. Cameron Rich to the lead. Holzer still fighting him. Ryan Lutz is entering the picture. Mark Whitley has to back out of it. Lutz to third. Lutz going for second. And Lutz through to second. So here it is, Cameron Rich and Ryan Lutz, just like last time at Richmond. Can Ryan Lutz do anything with Cameron Rich? Rich has been knocked out of the lobby twice. Lutz has been wrecked. And the yellow flag is out. Caution on the back straightaway. Nick and Delicato around. Oh man, I was getting really excited with that battle. I can't believe that it's these two again. Cameron Rich, Ryan Lutz.
Sometimes some guys just show up at a certain racetrack.
What's crazy is we haven't heard Lutz's name since he sped on pit road, and Cam's been kicked from the lobby a couple of times, and he ended up getting in the back on strategy, and he hadn't worked his way back to the lead until that pass in turn 4. Delicato looks like got into the wall and got the wall glitch. So a disappointing end to a guy who's definitely up there in the points. And so I was gonna go ahead and talk to Johnny Eckert. Gerald Campbell leading those on pit road. Let's get Eckert in here and see what he has to say about this race. Johnny Eckert, David in the booth, you got me?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, you have done a marvelous job administering 15 cautions and speeding them up and getting guys back in the lead lap. How has that been for you up in the race control booth tonight?
It has been exhausting. Using commands and stuff that I haven't used before, but you know, people falling out on top of everything else. But you know, it's been hot and heavy tonight.
What do you think's going on out there from kind of the overhead perspective, the kind of the same one that we're getting? Are you just seeing too much aggression? Are you seeing issue with the car, issue with the track? What is your take on it as kind of more of a non-biased spectator like we are?
So from what I've seen up to this point, if people would stop hitting the wall, because the wall is not a friend, with these cars. You know, we've had at least five cautions, probably even more. Guys hitting the wall, you know, just bouncing off and whatnot. But other than that, the car is hard to react. You can't react as quickly as you can in other cars. So, you see someone get loose and then drive through the back of them. The brakes are what they are. So, uh, a lot of it is situational, short track, but the majority of the cautions tonight have been avoidable, not checking up, people hitting the wall, whatever. It seems like, to me at least.
Gotcha, buddy. And now that we got a chance to get you in the booth here, who's your pick here coming down to the wire?
If if Cam can hold the lead, it'll probably be him. I'm expecting that we might see cautions again on restarts here to make it, to run it out late in the race, short track. Now you're gonna you typically see the cautions for to end the race, and if Cam can get good launches, and they do actually spin, wreck, whatever behind them, it could be his. But him or Lutz probably are favorites from here on out.
Thank you so much, Johnny, and great job today, man. You've really done a bang up job.
Appreciate it. I'm doing my best.
Johnny Eckert, our admin, finally got him in the booth. It's been a while. He's been doing it for the last 2 seasons, and we finally got him up here.
Well, he took the two. I don't know.
Two of our picks, yeah.
2 of our picks, but
I have Lutz and Carlos has Rich.
The 2 smart options. I don't know. The 2 that you'd expect to pick, I guess. I don't know what I was going for there, but at least maybe we're onto something, or just know that these 2 guys are good for a win here.
If I recall correctly, I think you picked Mr. Trupiano, and he has retired from the race in 35th.
Yeah, he just gave up.
Green flag is out. Cameron Rich on a big jump, and kind of as Johnny Eckert called, he's got to get those big jumps over Ryan Lutz in order to maintain.
Holzer.
Oh, that is an amazing save by James Holzer. Holy crap.
Crump just ran straight to him. Oh! Whitley into the wall.
Causey around. Big wreck on the back straightaway. Actually, it's 2 cars. It's Whitley and Causey. I really thought they were going to bottle them all up there.
Both times. When Crump ran through Holzer there, I thought that was going to be a big pile up. And then I thought for sure that was going to, this last one was going to be even bigger.
Oh, me too. Oh, it was all over. And I think Whitley hit the wall right there. Boom. Got
right
the
there,
ledge.
I thought it was over. Right there.
And they got damage, but that's not pitable damage. Dylan Thomas is now 4th. I don't know what's going on anymore, man. This race is absolute chaos.
But as soon as
Whitley got loose,
as soon as he turns back, right here, I thought it was over. Big pile up.
And then they all just went through. A couple of bounces, and that's it. We need to go back like 10 more seconds. Because he ran into Holzer.
He didn't run into him. He drove through him.
Got into the back of Rawls, I think, in the O2. It's got to be Rawls, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Who's up here in 3rd now. Booted Holzer out of the way. I think that was maybe a little right there. Yeah, a little payback on the 17. Which that's an amazing save by Holzer, by the way. Jared Mogard is now 6th. He started 39th.
Cooper Johnson, 7th. Josh Clark, 8th.
And finally, some good fortune for Josh Robin, who is 9th, which means he'll be wrecked before the end of this one and at the back of the lead lap. Robert Hill, 10th from 35th, so another good run. Wyatt Nadel, we haven't called his name except for when he got piled into that wreck on the apron in turn 1. Nadel in the 84 is 11th. And Johnny Thomas is 13th.
Another one looking down the list there a little bit. Aaron Smith in the top 15 too. So
last week's pole sitter, Aaron Smith. He drives the yellow car, the bright yellow one. It's easy to find. I think we're going green again here. These cautions are so long. I'm just used to them being really long. They're not as long right now. Lutz pinching Rich on the start. That might be a little bit of a controversial start, but Lutz is going to get the jump. I don't know if they're going to let him stay out in front on this one. Oh, big crash in the back. Tate Lytle around. Butch is seeing Steinmiller in the wall. I genuinely don't know what they're going to do. Let's get Johnny back up. hear it in full time. I don't know, man. Lutz bounced off of Rich, coming to the green, and he was in the lead at the. Yeah, here it is. Right there, he gets into Cameron Rich, and he's got the lead coming across the line right there. I would not be surprised if Eckert decides to throw the jump to the restart on the 36 car. But thus far, there's no black flag on it. He didn't technically jump it, but he was ahead of the 47 the whole way. Very, very strange. And then in the back here, it was the 56 of Lytle. Did he hit the wall? Did he get the wall glitch? Holzer gets into the 26. Hank Steinmiller upside down, last week's winner. My hand has had a miserable day. Lytle disconnected after hitting the wall. I really think he might have got the wall glitch here. What happened to Crump? Oh yeah, he did get the wall. Look at that. And gone is the 56. So first and second from last week end up upside down in the same wreck.
Lutz is still out front here.
Yeah, he is. And that is a very curious call. I don't know if that's the one I would have made. But, and yeah, wasn't I talking about Wyatt Nadel running really well?
Yep.
And he gets involved in that. I think he's going to sneak on through. Upside down goes Hank. Smith sneaks through. Joe Francis sneaks through. Burrell sneaks through, and Holzer gets a 63 car up on his hood. No, I think he alt-tabbed. Because I don't think there is an incident limit. Yeah, he noped out of there. Tried to prevent it from being a bigger wreck than it was going to be. It'd be a bit of a rage quit on the part of the 56. We're going green. They're going quick. Johnny's shortening the cautions to get as much racing as we can. Lutz takes the lead on Rich, and I wonder if Rich will have anything to say about that last restart. See if he can get back to the 36 car, but when Ryan Lutz gets the lead of these races, it's very difficult to uproot him from the lead.
Battle for third here. Dylan Thomas, Seth Rawls, and Jared Mogard all battling it out.
Josh Clark up here in 6th. Robert Hill in 7th. Isabella's up to 8th. This race has just been crazy. And the lead is Ryan Lutz and Cameron Rich, because of course it is. They certainly have not been dominating as the caution waves once again. 2 wrecks at the same time. I think Robin's going to be in it. Crump's in it. Cooper Johnson. Causey. My, oh my. Robin and Johnson, and then Robin and Crump. We're going to need to onboard with Aaron Smith. Did you see that save? By the way, the lucky dog will be the 12 car of Daniel Leininger. Scott Crump, they just absolutely know where to go for the 51. Aaron Smith's now up to 9th.
You want to know how crazy, folks, this is how crazy it is in the top 10 right now. Besides Cameron Rich, who started on the pole, everyone in the top 10 has improved at least 12 spots up from their starting position, including Mogard, who's up 34 spots.
Look at that save. Aaron Smith, we've seen a lot of good saves. That might be save of the year. Wow.
Yeah. Aaron Smith's up 28. Wyatt Nadel's up 26.
Mogard's up 34.
Yeah, Ryan Lutz, your race leader, is up 17.
Yep. And Lutz, Rich, Rawls, the top 3. See if Rich has anything for him here. I don't know. Are we about to go green?
Yep, lights out.
Are we one to go? We're one to go. Let's let Cameron Rich focus. Alright, these cautions going quick. Johnny Eckert's shortening them every time now.
Green,
Trying
white,
to get this
checkered.
thing done. 18 laps. Green, white, checkered for sure. Yep. So I think this is a natural green, white, checkered as well. I think if we get a caution before we get the white flag, we will get overtime.
You think we go there?
I hope not. Let's finish this thing out. Ryan Lutz going.
Oh, caution out.
Yeah, I think the caution came back out early there. Oh, it did. Kwame Scott in the wall. They wrecked before the green even came out.
Yep.
What the? Oh, man. And Kwame's disconnected.
So, David, you weren't here. I think this is why you were gone. But in Atlanta, for the first time since we've been together, we actually had a race that did not finish. It got stopped with our one overtime attempt. We did not make it back, and it finished under caution. So
what was Scott Crump doing? Was he mad at Heater? I am extremely confused. Anyway, yeah, no, I certainly don't know that that's gonna happen here. I think Ryan Lutz might absolutely. I don't know what that was. There have been several moments in this that I have just never seen before. I've been around a long time. I've watched a lot of racing. And, I mean, Vincent Isabella got absolutely clobbered by a guy faking pit road. You know, I've seen that once or twice, but, I mean, the guy's wrecking 3 wide down the back under caution. Ethan Burrell being upside down and now in, like, 12th, 13th. You know, it's just... It's a night of firsts.
guys getting kicked in the middle of the race.
Yeah. And then, a group smart enough to handle that properly. Cameron Rich is one of those guys. He's got an opportunity to win this race. Let's see if we can get it finished here. Ryan Lutz goes green early. He's going to have a pretty big jump on Cameron Rich. Rich is going to have to bury it into these corners to catch Ryan Lutz.
That was a big jump for Ryan Lutz there.
This is exactly the running order of the last time we came to Richmond.
Oh, Mogard got out of shape, almost lost it there down the backstretch.
Yep, Josh Clark and Mogard slides up in front of Isabella. Isabella gives him the bumper there, coming to it. White flag is out, one more lap. They're 3 wide back for about 10th. Cameron Rich's time might be limited.
We will finish it out here. Back to the stripe we go. Rich has got to dive it in here one last time.
Rich give him the bumper.
Not close enough, not going to get there.
Wrecking in the back. Never mind. Here comes Ryan Lutz to win at Richmond. His first win of the year. And a lot of guys spun it off of 4. Cameron Rich might have lost some spots. Oh, right at the end goes Cameron Rich. He gave it everything he had, and at the end it was not enough to get Ryan Lutz. Dylan Thomas is going to finish 3rd. Seth Rawls 4th. Josh Clark with the top 5 finish. Jared Mogard 6th. Vincent Isabella 7th. Robert Hill 8th. Aaron Smith 9th. And Mark Whitley rounds out your top 10.
Well, we were wondering how long it was going to take, but your defending champion finally gets back to victory lane.
How about that? Man, that's, what's really crazy about this is we were here a year ago in the Xfinity cars. We had a bunch of cautions just like this. Very chaotic race. And the result was exactly the same. Exactly the same. Ryan Lutz the winner. Cameron Rich 2nd. Absolutely unbelievable that we managed to do that again. There's Damian Leininger. What was the numbers? Woo. Over half this race run under caution tonight. Though part of that, I was going to say, part of that was the iRacing disconnection problem that we saw a number of times tonight. Man, how about that? Ryan Lutz, your winner in a race that is as chaotic as they come. Let's grab our 3rd place finisher, Dylan Thomas, if I can. And we'll take a look at the running order as we go through the interview. Dylan Thomas, David in the booth, you got me. This is Damien. Whoops. Hi, Damien.
Hi.
I grabbed the wrong person. David, bad at clicking. Damien, or Dylan, David in the booth. You got me.
Sorry.
Grabbed the wrong guy, then I called the other guy the wrong name. Dylan, I can't believe you finished third, man. It seemed like you were in about 6 wrecks tonight, and you still drove up there and got it done.
Yeah, we was in a lot of it tonight, and luckily didn't get a lot of damage, and just tried to play the perseverance game and came out on top.
Yeah, talk about some of those wrecks you got in. I know you were kind of a victim in several of them, but one of them I think you was like a big net code between you and the 0-6. Did you kind of notice that, or what was your kind of take on that wreck?
I thought we netcoded. I heard people saying I got right hooked. I don't know what went on. I just know that I was head on the outside wall, and actually served a meatball for that and came out P3.
Well, Dylan, great perseverance tonight. You got anybody you want to thank?
I got to thank all the boys over at Apex for all they do, and Mike M Designs for giving me a killer looking car here. Johnny for putting this on. I don't care what anybody says. This car is fun to drive, and we'll get them next week.
All right, Dylan, thanks, and thanks for providing that alternate opinion of that it's fun. I love it.
No problem, man.
See ya. Dylan Thomas, let's grab second place finisher Cameron Rich. Cameron, David in the booth, you got me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up?
Cameron, talk about that, I think, second to last restart there. I'm kind of wondering about maybe the same thing you are. What was your opinion on, the way you kind of got run at the restart?
I don't think the restart was very kosher on the 36, but ultimately he was going to get me on the new tires anyway. I had 2 tires and my left sides were like 20 laps old, so I mean, just with the way the race was going tonight, you couldn't bank on anything besides track position. So I had to do something to get up there. I had to disconnect there in the middle of the race, or lap 120 something or so, and I was running up there top 5, and I just had to do something. I knew Lutz was quick. Yeah, that restart wasn't cool, but ultimately he was going to win anyway. I'm pretty sure he was going to have the tires. So I'll just kind of let the admins decide that one.
What do you think? Have you ever had that issue before where you get logged out of the race in the midpoint? And kind of take me through your feeling there when you were kicked out, as to whether or not you felt like you would be able to come back and get this second place finish.
Yeah, it happened twice during the race. A couple of the guys in the race actually had it twice, I think. Thankfully for me, it only affected the second time around, but it just literally, like, my quality just went down to 0, and I lost connection, and about 6-7 other people did it as well. So iRacing just having some issues tonight. I mean, I don't know. At that point, I got to give good credit to Johnny and Kyle and other Johnny. I mean, they did a really good job with the adminning with that stupid situation that went on. I mean, 6-7 cars losing 3 laps or so and getting it all back in order. So that was pretty cool. But I mean, I didn't know what to think, because I don't know why during this race people just couldn't get their act together. There was just way too many cautions tonight. I don't know why there was so many cautions. You can't make up a lot of time doing 1 or 2 lap runs every single restart, or you just can't do anything with that. So it was kind of just a crapshoot once I got back in. I'm really glad I got back up to second. Like, that's going to be a really cool points day for the season. And I think some of the other guys around me had some issues. I mean, everybody had issues this race.
Cameron, what was you got any shout outs for us here before we send you off?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys at 308 TV, as always, for putting on one hell of a broadcast. It's always good to watch. I'll thank my team, Kyle Hanshaw Racing. We put in a lot of practice for this race, and we put in a lot of practice each and every week to get me up there and to get Kyle up there too. So he's making a lot of progress, and it's good to see. Brantley Roden, a Harpoon Design, for designing my car. I know he's got some cars out there too that were really fast tonight, so he was probably good to see that. And last and but not least, my beautiful fiance Caitlin. She's on the back of my car, rides with me every race. I'm my biggest fan, and glad she gets to tune into 3 Wide TV every week and watch it.
I was gonna say she comes in the chat every week and says that you have this, and you almost had it today, Cameron. Good run, man.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Cameron Rich, the second place finisher. Before I bring Ryan Lutz, I'm going to bring Seth Rawls. I'm not going to talk to him more than letting him give a spiel because I think he's got something for his sponsor, the Mohawk Foundation. They're pretty important.
Yeah.
Seth, give me a quick rundown of your sponsor, real quick.
The Mohawk Foundation.
Yeah.
It's a charity that raises money for both ALS and breast cancer research. They're doing great. They're involved in a lot of outreach and stuff. Also sponsored Brad Perez and the Truck Series this weekend. So we're happy to have them on board. Is that good?
Good run. Yeah, that's a good run tonight, man. I just wanted you to get them in because.
Can I promote our big event coming up?
Yes, that's the other thing.
If you like tonight, we got Mohawk Madness coming up next Friday, April 1st at 6 p.m. Heats go green at 6 p.m. Qualifying or practice and qualifying start at 5. Be there. Sign up on our social media accounts. Thank you for broadcasting.
Woo. Thanks, Seth, and thanks for going quick. That was awesome.
Thanks. Bye.
Seth Rawls, that was your 4th place finisher. He does earn the little bit of time he gets right there, but let's go in there and grab Ryan Lutz, the race winner. Finally, Ryan. I hope I've got real Ryan. There it is. Ryan, you got me, buddy.
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Ryan, you finally got in victory lane, man. How you feel, and how'd you get all the way back up there after the speeding penalty and the wreck?
Oh man, just keeping a clean head all race and just staying focused and just picking them off one spot at a time. And I knew we'd find ourselves in the top 5 there at the end, and just able to capitalize at the end.
Ryan, take us through that one restart where you actually did get the lead from Cameron.
Yeah, I kind of felt.
What was the?
I kind of felt bad. We got to the restart box and he started to go, and as soon as I touched the throttle, the left rear came out of the ground, and I just touched it in the right front, and then I was sideways, and we kind of both were chasing it, and I don't know if I beat him to the line, but it was sure close, and I felt bad about it for sure. Me and him always run good with each other, and it was definitely not my plan of it, but these cars they're so tough to get it rolling, and I just got on the gas a little bit too quick there and spun the rear tires and just tapped them in the right front.
Well, after you did that, do you think he was going to go for your rear bumper there coming into turn 3, or did you feel like you had it locked up?
No, I thought he would because I sure would. But just he's a respectful driver. I always love running against him, but definitely when I found myself in second behind him, I wasn't going to let him outbeat me again like he did to me last year because this race we don't really have that many points in the line. We're struggling in the season, and just a win will really make the season turn. So that's really what I was focused on.
Yeah, Lutz, what do you think about your chase chances now to try to defend that championship? You think you can get it rolling here, or you worried about these races just continuing to be super chaotic?
I think we can get it rolling. It's been a tough season. I've had a family issue a couple times, and last week we had my screen went blank running up there in the top 3, and just anything that could go wrong has went wrong this year. It seems like last year was complete opposites, but I think, like I said to you last year, I think if we can make the chase, we'll have a really good shot at it again. It's just getting there. I think wins will just keep helping us. I don't think points will do it at this point. I know there's a playoff or a wild card. The last 2 spots at Chase where the guys outside the top 10 in points or whatever get locked in with the amount of the most wins. So that's what we're chasing.
Gotcha, man. Well, what's your next kind of race you got circled on the calendar to try to grab one of them wins?
I like the Old Texas. I won last year there in the All-Star race. It's my birthday next Monday, so hopefully hopefully it's gonna be a victory lane birthday to do back to back. But I like all of them. I like Iowa. I like Lucas Oil. Those are my 2 that I definitely have had circled. Homestead. I think we'll be pretty good, and hopefully we'll turn the season around and make it into the chase.
Alrighty, Lutz. Well, you got anybody to shout out here before we send you off?
Yeah, of course. Damian Leininger and the Bat Boy podcast, Brian Kuhn, setup shop. He's a new supporter of ours. Ryan Lutz Designs. Everyone at ERSCA, Belly Up Sports, Johnny Thomas, you, David, Dom, Carlos for an awesome broadcast. You know, it's always fun watching you guys. Just really everyone that continues to support this league. You know, I'm a big supporter of this league and really enjoy it, even though it's been. I've had a lot of complaints myself. They're not easy to drive, and it's been kind of a crapshoot the last couple of weeks. But you know, it's just getting used to this car and you know trying to put good racing on for everyone watching and just you know try to do this the best we can. But just thanks to everyone.
All right. Well, congrats, Ryan Lutz, on your win, and good luck next week.
All right, thanks, man.
Race winner Ryan Lutz. So, with that, Dom and Carlos, any closing thoughts before we head out for the night?
It was a crazy one, maybe actually 100% in a different form than what we thought it was going to be. But I think it's still. Wish we would have been able to see Lutz and Rich battle it out there a little bit more. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty decent race.
Yeah, I think we kind of did miss the 8-lap dash to the finish instead of the 2-lap dash to the finish. But overall, a good race, and looking forward to next week, as always. So with that, for 3-Wide Television, Belly Up Sports, and ERSCA, I am David Westergreen, along with Dom Santina and Carlos Acosta. This has been the ERSCA Charigatin 170 from Richmond. Everybody have a good night.